Tonight we've got a new baby, a new engagement, and a bunch of angry moms. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Okay, Drew, I now see what you mean.
Yeah, right? That song's
From the
kind
beginning
of a
of the
bop.
song, you would never
I
know
know.
this is where it was going.
Wow. Okay, I take everything back that
Yeah,
I just
you gotta
said.
hear it loud and it's kind of like, yes. What is up, guys? We are back for another episode of Teen Mom, Young and Pregnant. Fortunately, our girl Teague is not here. We miss her, but we got the rest of the crew. I'm Drew Jones, and I'm here with my lovely ladies. Introduce yourselves.
Hey guys, I'm Nakia Monet.
Hey everyone, my name is Briana Phipps.
I have a lot of feelings about this episode. A lot went down. What are your all's initial reactions to this?
It was a lot. Like, I think the girls, or myself probably too, like, they thought all the drama was before the baby, but now it's just so much drama.
For me, I feel like I was just frustrated. I was frustrated with people I didn't think I'd be frustrated with, and frustrated with some people I thought I would be frustrated with. So overall, that's my feel.
Overall, yeah, no, definitely. I think the saying like mother knows best, I think tonight it was a little bit disproven in some cases.
Yeah, and I'm usually teen mom with the mothers, because it is that saying, like, mothers usually know best. But this episode, I was like, nope, moms, you guys have got to chill out and leave the girls alone.
They grown now.
They got babies.
They got babies.
Mothers.
So we start the episode out with our girl Jade. We see cute little Chloe. She's 6 weeks old now. And things with Shawn and Jade are good. Did we see this coming?
I did not.
Look. Not to say, like, every relationship's different. Obviously, we're not there. We don't know the insides and outs of every day. But all I will say is that whenever in past my friends or myself have been in relationships and a big fight's happened where you've almost broken up, and then like the one person like doesn't want that to happen and they're like, I'm gonna change, the change usually happens and it usually fades away again.
Yeah.
Because they didn't actually take the time to work on themselves. They're just trying to force a change that they're not ready for. So I'm really glad things are going well with them at this moment. Like, I hope it continues to go well for them, but I just think that he really needs to focus and work on himself and become the person that she needs him to be.
Agreed.
I agree. You were 100% right.
Yeah.
Like, I think people, like you said, like, people try to mask things and they're like, oh, if I just propose or we get married, it's fine. And it's like, no, you guys actually have to work on your relationship, your communication. You guys now have a child. Parents are
Band-Aid
there.
the situation.
You guys see how the fight was when you told her you quit your job. You need to figure out how everything's going to go, because marriage is not going to patch this up. And I think that's what people think, even with like some of the other girls with, oh, you can be my boyfriend and we can live together, raise this baby. And it's like, that's not what's going to help you
It's almost the
guys.
same argument as saying, like, let's have a baby to fix our marriage. Like, you don't have a marriage to fix your relationship. You don't have a baby to fix your relationship. These aren't the right steps.
Yeah.
Yeah, he means well. I'm proud.
I do think he loves her. I
He
do
does.
100% think that. But
They are not ready.
That's not enough. Now, last week when we saw the preview to this week's episode, we saw that he was getting ready to propose, and we saw that Bar wanted to propose. And I feel like all of us last week were like, Jade's going to say no.
Right. I was shocked that she said yes.
I did not expect a yes. I expected her to be, like, taken aback and be like, oh, that's so sweet. But I expected her to be like, we
We're
were
not
just
there.
fighting.
When she said yes, I think we all were like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Huh?
Pause. What?
Yes. But I also think, like, even though I swore she was going to say no, but there is a part of Jade that really just wanted Shawn to pay attention to her and love her, and she wants that. But there is a part of her that I think she knows that this is not going to be it, because she knows that he's kind of childish and he still needs to grow up. She's
Well,
already there.
Wedding planning is super non-stressful, so.
Right. Like, that's going to be another thing. Then she has to babysit her parents, and he doesn't get along with them.
Yeah.
So it's too much.
Let's talk about this parent situation. So, since the last episode, clearly they've been there for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Since the last time we saw them. They're in Chloe's room. The room smells like cigarette smoke. Like, how do you even deal with that?
It's a lot. It's like, bro, just go outside and smoke a damn cigarette. Like, but being a new mom, you're already stressed out. And I mean, I don't have kids, but I can only imagine. And then dealing with your boyfriend that you guys are fighting. Now your parents who are, they're battling their substances. It's not like they're clean and they got kicked out. They're fighting a disease. So now you have to kind of be there for them as well. So it's like she's being a parent to Chloe, Shawn, mom, and dad. And I know that has to be hard on her. That's why I give it to her.
I mean, I was really frustrated with her mom for when she came back in. Like, I get it. You don't want her to, you don't want this to happen, and that's fine. You're entitled to feel that, but to like just you know, I can't say swear words, and I'm like trying to think of a different word to say it, but like to just completely dismiss any of her happiness at that moment, and just go negative in front of her, in front of the baby. Like, that's not the time. In front of Shawn.
Yeah.
Like, say congratulations, like maybe go out to lunch with her and talk about
Then
some
talk
of
bad
your
about him.
fears about it. Don't like the minute she's like, we're engaged, like just be like, why didn't he ask me first? Like,
And he's standing there. I'm like,
also that's such an
girl.
old, like, fashioned way of doing it.
I was
like,
gonna say, do you guys believe in that still today? Like, you're the guy or girl you want
I
to
think
date
it's
has
up
ask
to
your
the
parents?
guy. Like, if he wants to ask the parents, that's fine. If he doesn't, that's also fine.
Yeah. I also think it's based on the dynamic you have with your parents. Like,
Right.
I have a great relationship with my parents, but I also don't necessarily go to my parents for relationship advice because they're not the best relationships. So I don't think it would really be that important to me for my potential boo to go and ask my parents for permission. Right. But like, my sister just got engaged, and I know it was super important to my sister for him to go get permission, and he did.
I think every relationship's different, but I don't feel like the parents should be the ones that are upset about it.
Right. Like, I think it's cool if you do go talk to the parents, but I don't think you should get permission. Like, I think it's cool to be like, hey, I want to marry Ashley, I want to marry Bree. Just, we would love your blessing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I just don't feel like it's your place. And your kids, I get it. As parents, you guys are concerned, but these are grown kids with kids, and they have to kind of learn on their own.
Yeah.
Because you can tell them as a mom, don't do this, I've been there. But they don't know.
At some point, you got to let them fly free.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Also, Keen in our chat said Jade's mom really waited until they got back home to bring up the dirty diaper. Maybe Jade should have left an instruction manual.
Yes.
Right?
Like, girl, you have one job.
I just feel like Jade's mom like really has some cojones to be to be speaking on anything, because I'm like, how are you like? Really? You feel like you have the right to speak on anything about Jade's life? Like, you're under her roof. She's been taking care of you from the get-go. Like,
it's like her mom is still trying to be a mom, but what her mom is not realizing is, like, you kind of left that a long time ago, and you can tell that Jade's aunt and grandmother had to step up, and it's like Jade's now a grown woman, and she lives. It's not like Jade lives with them. Like, all these other girls live with their mother, so I can get the parents' frustration.
Yeah.
But
all the other ones are also a lot younger. Jade's in her 20s.
She's in her 20s. She's an adult. She's responsible. You should be proud of this girl. You may not get along with Shawn, but that's her man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If he's there for his kid, let her figure that out. She has a great head on her shoulders, and she'll get it together.
Friends or parents, whatever. When someone that you love is with someone, even if you don't love that other person, you just need to be supportive of them, unless it's dealing with like domestic abuse of some sort.
Yeah.
Like, things like that, okay, step in. But otherwise, like, you don't have to like him, but you need to support your daughter.
Yeah.
I agree, man.
Speaking of someone who we both love and is super supportive of us, Nakia.
Sure thing. Want to have fun, learn, and grow in all areas of your life? For those of you who do, we have the podcast for you. Sorry, guys. Conversations with Maria Menounos, podcast edition, is hosted by our AfterBuzz TV founder and drops every Friday on iTunes. Friday, y'all. If you have nothing to do, listen to this amazing podcast.
On your way home from work, do it.
Yes, I listen to it every Friday. Conversations with Maria Menounos features celebrity and influencer interviews, along with secrets and tips on how to be better in all aspects of life. We need it. The girls on Teen Mom needs it. It's great.
The guys on Teen Mom
The guys on Teen Mom needs it. From health and wellness to career, relationships, finances, and more. Let our Maria be the big sister you've always wanted. Just go to iTunes and subscribe to Conversations with Maria Menounos, and it's for free, guys.
If it's for free, it's for me.
Okay? Be sure to rate and comment, and when you do, let Maria know that it was the Teen Mom Young and Pregnant crew that sent you. Conversations with Maria Menounos podcast edition. Make sure you guys check it out. It's pretty awesome.
For real. My AfterBuzz bestie, Steph Sabra, is on it this week. So go support her and let her know that her boo Drew sent you there.
Yes.
Because she did that.
Pretty dope.
Speaking of people doing the dang thing, Ashley had that face beat for the gods. I was like, come on, new mom.
She looks beautiful.
She looks way better than I would look as a new mom.
She looks better than I look now as just a human.
She just pushed out a baby and she looked flawless. I'm like, today.
Right?
Hello. Wowzers.
It made me
Give it up to Ashley.
want to look in the mirror and be like, do better. You don't have a baby. So what is your excuse? So we see, she's home with Holly, who's mini bar.
Twins
to a T. We see that things are going really, really well with her and Bar. Bar is, despite working all day, still coming home and helping with the baby. We get a really awkward interaction with Shinny Shin Shin.
When do we not have an awkward interaction with Shin?
It's always awkward when Shin calls. Hold on, let me see if I can do this. You fine as hell. What would you guys do if one of your parents, you're on FaceTime, you're talking to your mom or dad, and they're like, well, for us, like our dads.
I've never had to think about it.
That's what I'm
gross.
saying. Like,
Shin, you
my
gotta
dad
relax.
would never.
Ever. You like, Shin, I get it.
If my dad would, I would be like, who are you?
I'd be concerned. I'd call my mom like, bro,
That's wild.
we need to call the cops. I'm never talking to him ever again.
Right, block.
And I get it, like, you love your kids, but you need to, like, it's so inappropriate. Like, chill
Did
out.
she know Ashley was right next
She
to her?
had
She
to.
had to,
She
right?
had to. I think the way they edited, but I think because Shin's the type that she wouldn't care if Ashley was sitting there.
I was just like, oh my God.
And I don't know if she's doing that to compete with Ashley. Like, she's like, oh, you so fine, or the mama was mean, and it's like, I know Ashley's sitting there.
Well, and Bar needs to like just because he knows how Ashley gets at this point, so he needs to not even just smirk.
Yeah.
When he's like telling his mom, no, that's not right. You shouldn't be saying, Mom, that's bad. Like, tell her it's bad. Don't make it seem like you're just saying that because Ashley's right there.
Exactly.
You know what though? I have so much respect for Ashley. Like Ashley really is, I think, probably my favorite out of all the moms. I love all the moms, but I think Ashley, I just like. 'Cause having a mom-in-law like that,
That's tough.
that's rough.
And you got to deal with her, and you're with him. So it's not like you guys are separated and he's co-parenting. This is your boyfriend. You guys live together. You guys just had a new baby, so you have to deal with Shin. The baby's first birthday didn't even come up. Like, you got to see this lady for a very long time.
And Pastor T was almost just as bad this episode.
I know. Mama T acting up.
So yeah, let's talk about it. So Bar decides to ask Pastor T, which again, we have all agreed that that's not necessary. But he asked anyway, being a respectful young man that he is.
Bar.
And Pastor T says no.
Not only did she say no, she said, I will ruin
Yes.
this if you go forward
And then
with it.
tells Ashley, which
Is the real problem I have with it.
Like, ma'am,
that's her proposal.
you just ruined a very beautiful moment for her.
Yeah.
Because you are upset. And it's like, this is why, we always talk about this, not getting involved in people's business. And yes, you supported them from day one, but now you're taking things personal because of their fights. And now you're on the side where you hate Bar because of the baby shower scene and the fight. And it's like, this is why you cannot get in people's relationship business. Because now you're upset at Bar and now you're trying to ruin something beautiful for your kid.
Also, you don't know any of like the facts of what's going to happen past this. Like, how long is their proposal going to be? Like, maybe they might have a very long engagement. They're not.
Yeah.
They don't seem like the couple to me to rush into things unknowingly.
And the thing is with Pastor T is I didn't necessarily disagree with what she had to say. It's how she went about it and told Ashley and all of that I was like, okay, you're going too far. Because I do agree, when you're married, like, marriage is a big step from boyfriend, girlfriend. And I don't think a lot of people think about that. Like, when they've been with someone for so long, they're like, oh, marriage won't be that big of a deal. No, because now you're like in a contract with
Because you can't
somebody.
just break up with someone.
Yeah.
You can't.
And so I do agree with her where she says that if he wants to marry Ashley, he needs to learn how to step out from under his mother.
She's right.
Because if you marry someone, that's your main priority. Your mom, like, I hate to say it, but your mom comes second.
Yeah.
Like, when you're married to someone, that's who you got to put
But
first.
again, it's also how you say stuff to people. Like, had she
Right.
said, like, regardless of like us agreeing with her telling Ashley in the first place, had she said to Ashley, I just don't know if you two are ready for this. Like, if she'd come at a very calm demeanor, I don't think it would have been as big of a deal. But she came at her like intense and yelling and like, I'm going to destroy it. And like
Why? Thanks. Like, first of all, you're telling me that this man might want to propose. Then you're giving me the news that you don't like it. Then it's like, Mom, calm down. Like, let's take it easy. But you're absolutely right. Like, I think if she came even to Bar, like, you know what, Bar, I'm going to be 100%. I'm going to be 100% with you. I don't think you guys are ready. I'll support whatever you guys do, but honestly, you guys need to work on yourselves. Let's work on ourselves and then come back, and then, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Because she got in the fight, and then she got mad at Ashley for defending herself, and then said, I don't want to talk about this anymore,
But
you're the one who brought it up.
I think that's because parents, like, I think even though our kids, oh my God, I don't even have children. What am I talking about? Our kids. I think when your kids, because I learned from my mom and grandmother, even though they're grown and they're doing their own thing, they're still your kids.
I mean, you're always going to be a parent.
Yeah,
to
and
them.
I think you think as a parent, when I tell you something, you're going to do it. But then you forget that they're 20 years old or 21.
But it's not just parents that do that. Like, so many people do that. They start a fight and then they're like, I don't want to do this anymore. It's like, you're the one that created the situation.
When they start, parents are funny because when they see that they might secretly be in the wrong, then the conversation needs to be over and they don't want to admit that.
Because parents are always right.
Yeah.
It's just communication. That's the top thing, communication.
Key.
And if you guys want to communicate with us, you can do so by going to either iTunes or YouTube, whichever one you want to watch or listen to us on, or both, because you love us, right? So you want to share the love with us, and we want to share the love with you. So go to iTunes, give us those 5 stars, leave a comment. We'll read it out on air if you do, and if you give us that 5-star review. You got to give the 5 one to get the readout, though. And if you're on YouTube, give us the thumbs up right now. It's right below you, that little click. Give it to us right now and leave a comment there as well. Let us know what you guys think of all the drama happening on Teen Mom this season, because we want to relate with you guys. We want to see what you're thinking. Maybe you differ from us or maybe you relate to us, and we just want to see where you're at. So do that right now for us, and we'll read it out on air next week.
Yes. Y'all, we got another baby on the show.
So many babies.
Isaiah.
5 babies now.
Isaiah with a Z.
With a Z. I actually like his, I think, besides the Z thing, Isaiah Cole Alexander.
That's cute.
I think that's cute.
Sounds like a very, proper, my name is Isaiah Cole Alexander.
He could either be, a CEO.
Yeah.
Or, he could be anything with that name, you know?
I feel like in 100 years, if there was a history book, I feel like that would be a name Isaiah Cole Alexander founded.
Yeah.
I don't know.
To cure the cancer and
Well, this baby took a while to come out.
What was it, 17 hours? Jeez.
Yeah, I think Ashley was the top, and I think Isaiah was right below with Kayla.
Listen, y'all. Well, first of all, I read somewhere that the female body doesn't fully develop until 25 or something like that.
Yeah, that could be another reason why these babies are taking forever.
So
to come
I think
out.
that has to do with why it's hard for them to give birth, because their bodies aren't physically 100%
that is
ready
true.
to do it.
I mean, I don't know if that's a factor or not.
I don't know
so
either.
I don't want to state on.
I'm not a doctor.
I am.
Nakia's
I'm
a
like that little boy in Florida that got his medical degree. I'm a doctor, and these are facts. Now, if anyone's listening to us who has actually had a baby and given birth, let us know what that process was like. What was your labor like? How,
Yeah, because I can only speak to my mom's, because I was old enough, but she was a preemie and she came out like that. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have stepsisters who have had babies, and I was in the room for those, and I have a couple friends who've had babies, and it was not like that.
I do have just one friend whose labor was a day, but other friends, families, they popped them out. But one, she was it was literally 24 hours.
Yeah. But he's here, and he's beautiful.
And he's long.
And
he's a long baby.
He is tall, and he has a head full of hair, and Stefan goes to play basketball.
Are we surprised?
Not at all. I mean,
at least he was there. At least he answered his phone.
He did.
He showed up to the hospital.
He
that was
did.
the main thing we wanted from him, and he did that.
And it's Stefan, I get that you guys are not together, but I think Stefan and most men, and this is why a lot of relationships end after a baby comes, because most of the men, not all, because they're really great guys and women out there, but some parents, I'll say that because I don't want anyone to be offended, some parents tend to be a little selfish and they don't think about the other parent. So I don't think in that moment he thought wow, this girl literally just gave birth and she could barely sit down. Let me ask her for a ride as she's holding our brand new baby who's 2 hours old.
Yeah.
I don't think his thought process, and she's not the type to check him on that. So it's it's all a learning process. I just think that people like that need to be checked.
Yeah.
Her mother would do it, but he has such a bad attitude. I don't think he would take it from her mom.
Listen, I don't want to go anywhere with cramps. You know what I'm saying? Regular day-to-day cramps. I don't want to deal with anything. So the fact that she just pushed out a whole baby.
Oh, she could barely walk.
Yeah. I'm also, I was confused because I thought he had a car.
But I think
I
that's
just think
her car.
all of our faces though when he asked for that ride home.
But I think he knew because the way he was asking, it's kind of like how I would ask my mom for things when I would be in trouble.
Right.
I'd be like, so can I go to Bree's house or Drew's house?
Yeah.
And I think this whole time he's been driving her car because I thought it was his. But no, wait, because they would meet up.
Yeah.
Maybe he lost his car, or maybe it was like a family car and his
Maybe.
parents had it. I don't know, but I feel like there's different ways you could have gotten home.
Yeah.
Facts. There's this cool thing called Uber.
Oh, yeah.
It works
I'm
amazingly.
Sure they have it.
I'm sure you could get a promo code promotion because you're on Team Mom now. So maybe look into that.
Yeah.
Also, he said he was going to be back at 8:30, and then it was 9.
Then
And
it was
9:30 at
9:30.
the latest. Now we've seen pictures of them now, and they look
Right.
fairly happy.
I mean, I'm not 100% sure if they're together.
Yeah.
Or if they're just trying to be family.
Right, like for the show and for the baby. I will say, though it was really dumb of him to do that, I am happy that he is now communicating and he's
True.
not just getting up and leaving. He is saying to her, hey, in his nice little soft voice, I'm just going to play basketball. I'll be here. So I think he's learning. It's taking him a little bit longer, but he is somewhat learning.
Mm-hmm.
I just want him to do better.
Do we think her mom is being a little bit overbearing, or do we feel like she's completely in the right?
After seeing the first episode when he was in her face yelling at her, she's absolutely right. Stefan has a very bad attitude, but I also think the other part of me is like, you have to let these kids do them. Like
But at the same time, like how I said before, unless it's abuse, which I think some of the times he's verbally abusive towards her.
He's wild. Like when I seen the first episode when he was in the mother's face, like he was going to punch
that was like
her.
the preview thing,
The
right?
preview.
I don't think we've actually seen that
Yeah,
on the show.
so I don't know if that's
yet.
gonna come up or if they just use that as a promo. I'm like, okay, you're kind of verbally abusive to this girl.
Yeah.
So I think that mom's in the right because there's some moms where I'm like, all right, you just need
And
to chill
she's
out.
not overstepping her bounds of like, you can't do this. Like she's saying you shouldn't do, and she's coming at it in a very loving tone. Like she's not yelling at her. She's not saying she has to do this or this or that. She's just communicating with her of what she believes is best for her.
She's kind of being her backbone because right now Kayla doesn't have one. So I think the mom is kind of like that angel on your shoulder. She's like, are you sure you can do that?
I just loved her mom when she's like, do you feel up to driving?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like she's trying to tell her like, because she knows that Kayla's scared to say that for some reason in front of him. So mom is like the protector that's like, are you up for it?
Yeah. You know what was funny? When it wasn't funny. It kind of stressed me out, actually. When Kayla was giving birth, they show Stefan look away and like have a grossed out look on his face. And I was like, you did this to her.
You did this, bro. Wrap it
This
up.
is your fault. Like, you
Wrap it
better
up.
look. You did that. She is never going to be the same because of you.
Thanks, Stefan. Thanks. And that baby was a long baby. So
Yeah,
that's all
that was
I'm
a
saying.
big friggin' baby. Speaking of, I
Oh,
thought that was one of y'all, and I was like, dang,
the amazing baby sound effects. I love it.
that was a good baby impersonation. Speaking of big babies, Lexi and Kyler,
That was a perfect segue.
Lexi and Kyler home with the baby. It's kind of working.
Their week is
Their week is up now.
I will say I am actually proud of Kyler because I mean Kyler doesn't really show emotion. So to see him like with the baby, he's actually going to apply for jobs.
He got a job.
He got a job. He's changing
Because he would
baby's
apply. What was it?
diaper.
He said that he was applying for every job but fast food.
Fast food.
Right, he doesn't want to do fast food. Now he's a spa attendant, which I love.
Kyler doesn't necessarily make me feel relaxed, so I don't know how that's gonna work.
But at least he is attempting to step up.
Yeah. He may not want to be with
And he took
Lexi.
the baby to his
Right.
mom and
Give her some time off, changing the baby's diaper. So he may not want to be with her, but he's definitely stepping up as a father. At least he's trying.
Yeah, I definitely
it to
think
him.
out of, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but
I know.
I think out of all of the dads, he's definitely, out of the ones that we weren't sure of,
Right.
I think he's definitely one of them that's like really trying to make a change. As Lexi put it, he's seen everything, meaning that he saw her push out sweet little baby, Tobias.
Baby's so cute. He looks just like Lexi. Cheeks and
Facts.
all.
So cute. I think it's interesting that so many of these moms were teen moms themselves.
I know.
I mean they say that happens, so it's like a cycle kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah.
Like you have kids young, it's a higher chance that your kids will have kids young.
Yeah.
And that cycle is still going.
Because Kyler's mom,
Super young.
super young. don't think Lexi's mom.
Lexi's mom, she doesn't seem
She doesn't
young,
seem it.
young.
If anything, I think she's maybe been like 18, 19.
Right.
I mean, that's young for me. I'm like,
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
hella young.
But like
Brianna's mom was young. She
Brianna's
was
mom,
Brianna's age.
Kayla's mom, I think.
Kayla's mom, I'm not sure.
I feel
Pastor
like
T
I remember
probably
she
not.
saying.
Oh, yeah, she probably was a teen mom, too.
Yeah, Pastor T, no. I think Jade's mom.
Yep.
which I'm
was
trying
as well.
to think from the, besides like Caitlyn from Teen Mom OG, I don't think like on the other seasons, to my knowledge, that the parents were like teen moms themselves.
Yeah.
Or if there were, it was just one or two, not overall. So that's a different thing for this season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of these moms were teen moms.
Very interesting. I'm staying hopeful for Lexi and Kyler.
Yes.
I think.
Keen says, would you look for a job if you knew an MTV check was coming?
No.
Well, I mean, it hasn't been renewed.
Right, that's
Yeah.
true. This is only season 1, so I probably
We need
would.
long-term goals here.
Yes, and then maybe a few seasons, then I'd probably
And
start
it's a
working.
pilot season for them, so who's to say that they're getting
Yeah.
paid very much at all?
Yeah.
To be honest.
Maybe next season he'll be balling.
Yeah. People we probably won't see next season.
Danae.
Danae.
Oh, Danae.
Danae. So we don't know exactly what went down.
I felt like their storyline was so quickly rushed past
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
episode.
And I wonder if that's because, like, when production went in, if they were like, we're not going to talk about this, or. But I'm happy that mom brought it back to her attention, like, to make it seem, to let her know, you have to take responsibility because you called the cops. You said you didn't want anything to do with him. You did all this. So mom is just trying to figure out, like, he is no longer welcome here, but because of you.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm wondering, like, did they just get in a yelling match? And then, because, Danae's attitude.
I don't know.
Well, Danae
tough.
said something about name calling, and I
Right.
almost am wondering if
But
somehow,
you don't call the cops for name calling. Well,
No, but I'm wondering if somehow things got transphobic or something along those lines. I don't necessarily think Briana and her mom, but or even Danae being like, "Oh, you're doing this because
Right.
I'm trans," because Danae is kind of known to
Yeah.
Play the victim.
to play the victim
Because
like
I
that.
think they were fighting and mom got involved, so that's probably when it got maybe more heated.
Yeah.
And then because of Danae could be a little verbally abusive.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if that he was just being really loud and then she called the cops. But mom just let her know, like, it was you that did this.
Yeah.
We didn't do it. You called the cops. But now you missed Danae.
I think Brianna's mom is probably my favorite mom
Yeah.
out of all of the teen moms. I like that she stood up for herself. She was like, "I love you. You're my daughter. I love this baby.
I don't want you to leave.
I don't want you to leave, but I'm not going to do this to myself." And I like that she's thinking
I
like
love
that because
that.
she does have another kid in the house. I don't know how old Brianna's sister is. I think she's older. But still, like, she has someone else in the house that she's caring for.
Well, there's only so many times you can go through the same thing over and over until you kind of you have to do something drastic sometimes to wake people up.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And I feel her mom because her mom's like, I can't deal with these. Like, I feel her. I can't sit in a house while my child is being yelled at and you guys are fighting and I can't say anything.
Yeah.
So I feel her on that because it's like, you guys now, it's affecting me and my other kids here and my grandson. I can't deal with that. And then I can't say anything. So it's like, it's best for you to move out.
It was so frustrating to watch her go back to Danae and just say, like, if we've learned anything, it's that we love each other and we want to be together. And that might be true. You might want to be together. But is it the healthiest thing for both you and this child for you guys to be together? I don't think it is.
Yeah, I think a big theme this season, and just in Teen Mom in general, is that love isn't enough. Like,
Yeah.
you can love somebody all day long, but it doesn't mean that they're good for you. I love pizza. It doesn't mean
same.
that pizza
Well, not
loves
same,
me the way it should and that we're healthy for each other. So, I don't know. I'm Team Brianna's mom. I feel like she's
Yeah.
completely in the right. I think she handled the situation a lot better than most of the moms have been handling it.
Because she didn't come at her in a very intense way. She didn't make demands of her by yelling. She just said, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
I love her mom. I love the sit down. Like, you guys were saying, like, she was very honest. She was very upfront. And she's like, look, we can either do this 2 ways. Either you can stay here with me until you're 18 and go to school, or you can move out. Like, I'm not holding you.
What
Do
was,
you want to do.
because I think I missed a little bit of that when she was talking about rent. Like, was she saying that if she stayed with Danae, she would have to pay rent, or was she
No.
just
She was
saying in general?
She was saying you're good to be here until you're 18.
After 18, you have to pay
I
rent.
know we've discussed you going to college and whatnot, and I want you to stay here, but you're going to have to help out, and you're going to have to help pay rent,
Which is fair.
which is
Which is fair.
I don't. Yeah.
I think I missed a little bit of it, and I was like, wait, is she saying that if she goes back to Danae that she'll have to pay rent, or is she just saying overall?
Petty mom.
Should we get into our baby spotlight now? Because we just talked about Briana?
Because we did. So, baby of the week is little Brayson.
Oh, little one-arm Brayson.
Oh my God, I would snuggle him all day.
Is too cute.
Look at his little hat.
Look at him.
For you guys listening to us on iTunes, he's wearing this little green and blue onesie with his little hat. He has the biggest smile on his face and his little one arm.
It's adorable because you see what his mom and stepdad are going through, but then you see these innocent kids, because kids don't know anything. They're so innocent.
Yeah.
So she's raising this beautiful little boy, so he's gorgeous.
Yeah. I really love the fact that they're just showcasing him and that you see that he is such a happy baby despite everything.
No, stinkus.
He's too cute. And if you do want to see the photo and you're listening to the podcast, we get all of the cute baby photos off their Instagrams. So
I'm gonna stalk their Instagram after this.
Yeah, I stalk theirs consistently and feed my baby fever through them because they're super cute. We decided to change our segment up. We don't want people feeling, like we hate men on this show, because we don't. We love men. Men are wonderful.
Aww.
I tried to be really enthusiastic about that. But so now we have a segment called Dodo of the Week. And that can be for a man or a woman. And it's, sometimes the person of the week who doesn't
have the best week.
Yeah, who doesn't shine the way that they
doesn't
should.
Shine bright like a diamond.
That they don't shine bright like a diamond.
Yeah.
Exactly. Who are you ladies voting for this week?
Mine's it's mixed up this week for me
because
because
it's a lot.
I'm going with Pastor T.
Ooh.
Because her revealing to her daughter that her boyfriend's going to propose is just unacceptable to me. That's not your news to tell her, and that's not your place to say it. And to not even have a discussion about it, but just yell at her like she's a 5-year-old isn't cool either. She's a grown woman with a child, and you need to treat her as such. So Pastor T, you get the Dodo from me.
Of the week.
Dodo.
Mine's is the theme, the moms.
Yeah.
The moms, not all, it would be Pastor T and Jade's mom. They're the Dodos of the week because, as Bree just pointed out earlier, these young ladies, they have to learn. And I just feel like, and both these young ladies were going to get proposed to or did get proposed to. And I just feel like the mother's reactions weren't the best. So Pastor T and Jade's mom, they get Dodo of the week.
I'm keeping the mom theme alive. I kind of disagree with you a little bit, although I do think they were dodos in their own right. I do think some of their concerns were valid. I think their communication was awful. Right. Someone whose point was not valid whatsoever, though, was Miss Shinny Shin Chin.
Oh, yeah.
So Shin is my vote for Dodo of the week because she had no reason to be nasty, and she just consistently chooses to be nasty.
Picking on
And
Ashley.
if you guys want to pick your Dodos of the week and leave it to us in the comments below, do that so we can know what you think, too.
Yes. Bree, you have, as always, news and gossip. Are you ready to break it down?
We got a lot today. Let's do it.
Woo!
AfterBuzz TV News.
All right. So to start off, Chelsea came out this week on Twitter in support of Erin Williams, who apologized to fans for keeping the location of her home vague. Chelsea went on Twitter and tweeted a few tweets out saying that she recently had a grown man come to her door in the middle of the day when she was home alone with both of her kids, asking for a picture. She said, keep as much private and as you feel you need to, girl. I do not blame you. She went on to continue saying, I was very uncomfortable and I didn't want to take a photo. Aubrey was scared. I think he was harmless, but it's just the fact that a man would do that. My husband came home from work early. It was just an all-around uncomfortable situation. She said that she has since upped her security, and she was scared to even tweet about it at first because she thinks that he was from a different state, and she said, I don't know, I get the creeps thinking about it.
What?
Let me tell you all something, because I have friends who are YouTubers and whatnot, and they have like fans and stuff. If you know where people live, do not show up there.
So
that
creepy.
is their home, their place to feel safe. You have no business. I don't care how much you invest in their career.
No.
You have no business showing up
If
there.
you would like to go see some famous homes, go on the Hollywood tour.
Okay.
They will take you to places that are not currently lived at by stars, but previous stars have lived at, and you can live through it that way.
That is so scary.
Yeah.
Like, because these are random strangers coming up to you. You don't know. People are crazy in this world. It's like,
And you don't know how people are going to react.
Exactly.
Facts.
Like, you could
Oh,
say no, and most people will just be like, okay.
right.
Yeah.
But there's that percent that
There's-
will flip out.
Poor thing.
I don't care how many fan fictions you have read. There is no scenario where you showing up at a celebrity's house is going to make them want to be friends with you and or
Exactly.
fall in love with you. So don't do it.
Don't do it. Well, next up, there's a lot of drama happening in the Teen Mom 2 world in between Kale, Janelle, and Leah. So
I saw this.
Leah posted on Instagram a pic of her daughter at their cheerleading competition, as we have up on the screen now. In the picture, she was wearing a lot of makeup. And David Eason, who's Janelle's husband, went on and said, "I can't believe Corey would allow her to wear that much makeup." And Janelle defended him on the her Insta story, saying, "David went to Leah's Instagram account and commented on her daughter's cheerleading makeup. To me, it looked pretty heavy. To my friends, it looked pretty heavy. So David was the only one who commented on it. He commented on some cheerleading makeup, and you guys are sending him death threats. Do you understand how wrong that is?" Then Kale Lowry got involved, saying maybe David didn't learn sense while locked up, but let's not stoop to the trashy level of talking about anyone's kids. Janelle butted back by saying, "So now you have the Hulk trying to think it's really funny." You always have to butt in on people's drama. How many times do you have to comment on something that has to do with me? It's crazy. This all started because Kale wanted to start a podcast and everyone decided they wanted to go on there and talk about me and David. So I'm going to say what I want to, like everyone else does. And then Lowry went and told Radar that there was a reason Evans wasn't in their inner circle. There have been multiple times over the years where Janelle will remove herself from the set or have a meltdown, resulting in not being in the in pictures or whatever. And then she will throw a fit by saying we are bullying her and do not include her. And then she said she wanted to say they added a fifth girl, which is Briana DeJesus, who has beef with people. Janelle immediately has her back, which is cool, do that, but then don't turn around with Chelsea, Leah, and I, who have been close the whole time. Of course, we are going to have each other's backs. She said she warned Janelle she had crossed a serious line with criticisms of the little girl. I'm not going to think twice if you talk about their kids. I'm coming for you. Keep the kids out of it.
Facts. But also, as someone who grew up in a cheer and dance community, you have, like, first of all, you get deducted points if you don't wear it. And second of all, there are people, the makeup's point is so that people in the back can see it. It's a completely normal
And it would
thing.
be very different if she let her daughter walk around, and not saying that you should comment on other people, how they raise their kids, but like how she, it would make more sense to me if like this was just a normal everyday photo and she had her daughter wearing that makeup.
Yeah.
My question is, why is it his business? And two, like,
It's not.
Like, why are you commenting on her child and what she does with her daughter? Another thing is people have to stop telling people how to raise their kids.
Yeah.
This is not your kid. This is her kid.
Unless it's physically harming the
And
child,
then you step in.
you just
You know what's-
stay out of it.
You know what's harmful towards children? Being homophobic and transphobic and being a jackass. So
that's
maybe you
also it.
should work on that instead of worrying about makeup.
First of all, I feel old because look how big her daughter is.
Right?
Wow.
Make her up
It's
so.
also just the whole fact of you don't want to be involved in the drama in these people's lives, then just don't insert yourself into the drama in these people's lives.
If you have a comment, if you don't have nothing nice to say, keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
And you and your girl, you guys put that energy to where
Or
you're
it
Also,
Yes.
if you feel like, I feel like Janelle just always takes her husband's side in these
Yeah,
things. Like,
yeah.
you can also look at him and say, hey, you need to stop doing that.
Exactly. Because there are wives who do that. That's like, babe, you need to chill out for a
Y'all
minute.
have plenty of things to worry about. Worry about meeting your parole officer on time. And stop worrying about these little kids who aren't doing anything
And
to
they're
you.
babies. Like, leave them alone.
Yeah.
Well, next
Cheerleader.
up, we have some photos from the Teen Mom Young and Pregnant reunion. I think we have about 3 different ones. This first one is of all the moms. They all went bowling together, it looks like. They went to, I believe it was in New York City is where this took place. So that's all of them together hanging out and bowling.
Cuties. Come on,
cute.
snapback.
Our next photo
Right.
is of Bar and
Aw.
Stefan with the 2 little babies just being papas of the
Listen.
year.
They look so cute.
They're so cute.
Oh.
And by they, I mean the babies in bar.
And then next up, we have all the moms with the babies.
That is such a beautiful photo.
So Lexi's missing from this.
I
And
was saying, where's Lexi?
someone in the comments asked, this is from Kayla's page, someone asked, where's Lexi? And they said that Tobias wasn't feeling well, so Lexi took him back to the hotel.
Yeah, sometimes
Okay.
you gotta go with what the baby says.
Yeah.
It is the baby's world. Oh my God, Lexi's baby. He's so big. And not Lexi, Briana's son.
Right?
Wow, look how big the babies are.
And then on top of it, Jade posted this photo of her and Shawn while on there, saying that she's
Ooh.
happy that they're finally doing better. So it may seem like they might be back together.
Maybe they're back together. Maybe he's watching the episodes and he's like, babe, I gotta get it together.
You know
She'll
what?
stay.
As much as he gets on my nerves sometimes, I really do wish them the best because I think he genuinely does love her. I think if he can get his act together, then
He means well.
they'll be good to go.
Yeah.
And then we do have one last piece of news, and unfortunately it's a very sad piece of news. This past week, Valerie Fairman, who was from 16 pregnant, died after suspected overdose.
What?
Said over the years, Valerie had drug abuse problems and reportedly checked into rehab. Her brother said she was fighting the fight. She appeared on the right side in the mindset, but the struggle was always there. She leaves behind her daughter, who's 7 years old, named Nevaeh.
That's sad.
She's so pretty.
So, you know, I think it's just important. Always take care of yourselves.
Yeah.
If you're fighting or you know someone that is fighting drug abuse or substance abuse, please help them in any way that you can, because it is such a sad thing.
Didn't another teen mom pass a year or two ago from a very
so.
similar?
Yeah.
That's so sad.
That's sad.
And
man.
right now, Ryan on Teen Mom, OG,
Yeah.
is dealing with it. Amber's dealt with it. When you have kids very young, I think it becomes you know, anyone can have substance abuse. People that don't have kids as well, and I know many people that don't have kids that do. But I think it's another thing to add to the stress levels
Yeah.
too.
And they're all young, and I think people forget that this affects young people too. They think it's just older people. Like, no, this opiate drug problem, substance abuse problem, it affects young people too. So
Yeah. And
prayers
then
out to everybody.
They're getting these checks that they don't know what to do with and
Yeah.
respond. It's sad.
Stardom.
Yeah, it's sad.
So, you know, our prayers go out to her daughter and her family.
Oh man, that's
That
sad.
hurts my heart. Do you guys want to get into predictions
Yes.
for next week?
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Should I start it off?
Let's do it.
All right. So Ashley and Shawn, I think the second honeymoon stage is gonna, be disrupted a little bit because of her parents. I think he's gonna be their supporter originally, but I think he's gonna also defend himself, and which might cause some rifts happening all over. Her life's just it's so stressful. I can't. So she's gonna be struggling next week with all of this, and she's not gonna be able to enjoy her engagement, unfortunately. With Kayla and Stefan, we're gonna see. I feel like he's gonna try to be coming around and taking care of the baby, but there's gonna be fights happening between them two. I think his way of handling it is gonna be walking out on her time after time, and that's unfortunate and frustrating. But I think that's where we're gonna see what happened with them, with Briana and Danae. I think she's gonna want to go back to him, but she's also going to be taking her mom's words to heart, and I think we're going to see them try to work it out, but then maybe she comes to this realization of what her mom's trying to tell her, and she says we need to take time apart from each other. For Kyler and Lexi, I actually think that they're doing really well, and I think that we're going to see just maybe them trying to play a little bit of house, but her still be, I think we're still seeing her do the whole we're eventually going to get back together thing. Whether or not that's true or not, that's what we're going to see from her. And Ashley and Bar, from the previews, it looked like he is going to propose, and I think she's going to say yes. I think she's going to say yes, and her mom's going to, and Shen, both moms are going to have something to say about it, but I think that in the overall thing, they'll say yes, and they're going to be just fine.
That's all good. Everything that Bree said, but I'm really interested to see the outcome of the other Briana and Danae, because I do think that she is going to take her mom's words to heart, because she's young and she loves her mom. She couldn't even be without her mom, which I get. Like, this is your mom, she's helping, this is your backbone. And I think she also understands, like, she loves Danae, but I think she's starting to realize Danae's faults. So I think that it's going to be tough for her to choose, but I think she's going to stay with mom to get everything back together, because we've seen in the first episode where we've seen that mystery photo of that mystery guy, and don't see Danae lasting too long. Bar and Ashley, I agree with Brie. I think that he is just going to jump the broom, as they say, and he's going to propose to her. Pastor T may not be happy, but I think she's going to get back on board. Shin, I don't know about that one too much. So, because he's going to tell his mom he's going to propose. So I don't think mom's going to handle it too well. Kayla and Stefan, like, I think Stefan is trying and he's going to try to get it together. But I think also, like, I think Kyler and Lexi and Kayla and Stefan, these are the couples where the females want to be with the guys really bad, but the guys are just like, you're too clingy.
They're not on board.
They're not on board. So those, like, those four, I'm interested to see how this is going to go. So
Yeah. I think with the Briana and Danae thing, I think the way the season's going to be set up, he's somehow going to be a part of the rest of the season. So I think they may not be together, but I think Brianna's probably going to try to at least let Danae be a part of the baby's life, and we're just going to see that not work out. I think the Kayla and Stefan thing, Kayla probably is trying to go back to girlfriend duties, and I think that's where the beef is going to be, because in the preview he says, like, it's just about him now, it's not about us, and I think she's probably doing the whole where were you, who are you with, and he's like, we're not together anymore, so it's not your business. I think Kyler and Lexi are doing okay. I'd like to see that keep going, and I just want to see Jade have one episode where she's not stressed, which I don't think we're going to see, but I'm hoping for that for you, girl. And Ashley and Bar, I think we are going to see the proposal. I want to see more of Chris, Ashley's sister.
oh, I like Chris.
She's a dope auntie, and I like her just chilling. Like
Chris.
she gives me like young Ma vibes.
Yeah.
And I just like her presence on the show.
Keen also predicts a long, happy marriage for Bar and Ashley.
Yes.
I do too. I like them together. as a
I love
couple.
them. They're my favorite couple to follow on Instagram because they're just mad cute.
Oh.
But yeah, you guys in the comments, let us know what you all think is gonna happen next week. Let us know how you feel about the news and gossip. If you hear anything yourself, let us know about that. Ladies, where can they find you guys throughout the week?
You guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Bri, BRI_Phipps, PHIPPS.
You guys can find me on all social media at Kiki Boom Boom. And on Thursdays, another MTV show. Make sure you check out Jersey Shore.
Woo! And my name's Drew Jones. You can follow me on all the things at OKDrewJ. Make sure to check me out tomorrow night on AfterBuzz's Do You Ship and AfterBuzz's After Show for The Flash. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.